Hello, beautiful people. This is Freedom Fighter. Thank you for tuning into our channel, Goldilocks Global Banking News. Everybody knows that Goldilocks is the number one source for the RVGCR. People from around the world tune in to see what Goldilocks is sharing on the RVGCR. Don't miss your chance and get your latest updates every day. So like, share, and subscribe to this channel to get your daily podcast from the Goldilocks articles on the RVGCR. Brought to you by Freedom Fighter. Hello, fine folks. This is Freedom Fighter, and today is Thursday, September the 19th, 2024. I am your host of Goldilocks Global Banking News, your number one source to obtain the facts on the RVGCR daily, brought to you by Goldilocks. Folks, I had my morning discussions with Goldilocks, just got off the phone, and multi-currency accounts are very important for you to understand and know if you are looking to continuously profit from having multiple currencies. Goldilocks is sharing today some information with that is very important for you to understand. We'll discuss it briefly. And then also the Federal Register. Remember, for those of you who may be tuning in for the first time, Goldilocks has been sharing consistently over the last several months new regulations that are being implemented going into law, which here in the United States, the Federal Register is the archives for new rules and regulations. There's been several foreign currency exchange regulations being implemented in the month of September, more in the month of October related to foreign currencies, foreign currency exchanges from the bank side and also for individual side for those of us who will be exchanging foreign currency. The IRS as well implemented into the Federal Register, and then now new codes for currency exchanges, which are called ISO, International Standard Organization codes, are being implemented. Let's jump right into it. Folks, the updated electronic data gathering analysis retrieval. This is a version, this is a code for the federal regulations, the new codes that went into effect January 24th of this year. Also, September the 16th, 3 days ago, new codes as well being deployed and implemented. Why is this important? It's important because we see that these new regulations that apply to foreign currency exchanges, these new regulations that apply to the actual currency codes. For those of you who may not know, an ISO code, International Standardization Organization code, the IQD is an International Standard Organization code, ISO. The VND for the Vietnamese dong is the ISO code. The USD is the ISO code. Now we see these codes, more of these codes where regulations are being applied into the Federal Register for these currency codes. Why are they doing this all of a sudden now? What are they preparing for? In summary, this filer manual contains the technical requirements for these codes to be implemented through the SEC, the Securities and Exchange Commission. Folks, the Securities and Exchange Commission is where our currencies are registered. Whether it's the dong, the dinar, the USD, it doesn't matter which currency, that currency is registered with the Securities and Exchange Commission. Now, the purpose of these filings into the Federal Register is to maintain the integrity of financial markets by making corporate information more accessible and transparent. Goldilocks has been sharing with us, and we've been sharing it in our rooms. When it comes to transparency, that is the one of the most important components of the quantum financial system. Transparency, so that your exchanges are transparent on both sides. From the time that you go into your bank and you look to exchange your currency, the transparency on both sides is obvious. And then also for the banks to be transparent in order to file with the IRS the proper amounts that you are exchanging and the proper amounts of any and every transaction going into the banking system, which is on the quantum financial system, folks, which is a blockchain. Why is transparency also important? Because in the old financial system, there wasn't much transparency. Therefore, there was more manipulation and also devaluation of currencies. The transparency allows the proper amounts to be converted in the quantum financial system. That's being transparent. The adoption of these new codes and filers from the Securities and Exchange Commission is the amendments. They're adopting amendments to ensure the electronic data gathering, analysis, and retrieval is transparent. You must understand that it will be updated, allowing the registered security-based, what are called swap facilities, which are banks, where currency exchanges, think of exchange, think of swap. So when it states that the security-based swap facilities, the banks are the facilities, they will report properly in the quantum financial system. And these ISO, the new requirements, updated and amended, requires what's called the ISO 4217 currency codes to be properly used for reporting in the quantum financial system. And this ISO 4217 code is used in trade, commerce, and banking, and is intended to be suitable for both manual and automated systems. These automated systems, ladies and gentlemen, will assure that you can even utilize the automated systems within whatever bank your currency is located. Those automated systems will allow your wealth managers and private client bank managers to increase your wealth by utilizing these automated systems. These automated systems will be very transparent and eliminates the human error in helping you to increase your wealth. The ISO 4217 is an international standard that defines internationally recognized currency codes. Remember, a currency code, IQD, currency code, VND, currency code, USD, currency code, YEN for the Japanese yen, so forth and so on. This ISO 4217 code is used in foreign currency exchanges. The last update in the Federal Register was on September the 16th. And there's more updates coming to be in the Federal Register to go in as law. Folks, they are preparing. Think of this as things that are happening behind the scenes that you're not aware of in preparation for currencies and currency exchanges into the quantum financial system. Now the importance of understanding multi-currency accounts, Goldilocks will share something very, very important. Several months ago, Goldilocks reported the Bank of International Settlements. Folks, the Bank of International Settlements is the central bank of all central banks. Whether it's the Central Bank of Iraq, the Central Bank of the United States, which is the Federal Reserve, it doesn't matter. All central banks report up to the Bank of International Settlements. And several months ago, Goldilocks reported what's called Project Agora, which is a public-private partnership between central banks and private sector companies to test multi-currency ledgers for cross-border payments. When you exchange your currency from the IQD to the USD, that's a cross-border payment. Or when you exchange any foreign currency in exchange for US dollars, that's a cross-border exchange. That's a cross-border transaction because there are two different currencies located on two different borders. So Project Agora, which is a public-private partnership between central banks and private firms, they're looking to improve efficiency and security of cross-border payments. And this could benefit central banks, which have the currencies from which we hold. And the benefits is less expensive cross-border payments, which allows our exchanges does not have as many fees. It increases the efficiency to assure the exchanges are done in a timely fashion, instantly, improving the security of these payments to make sure that if you look to receive 3 million in your exchange and it's not 1.5, these are continuous upgrades and amendments and regulations into law that allows us to be secure and transparent in our exchanges. Now, a multi-currency account, you can do your own research. We won't give you the advice on it, but it might be very important for you to understand and know what a multi-currency account is. In the event you're looking to continuously profit and benefit from having multiple currencies from which you can exchange. This Project Agora is led by, of course, the Bank of International Settlements, and it involves 7 central banks. Now, these 7 central banks are connected to every other central bank, but this specific project is with the Bank of France, the Bank of Japan, the Bank of Korea, the Bank of Mexico, Swiss National Bank, the Bank of England, and the Federal Reserve Bank of New York. Folks, when you exchange your currency, whichever country for the currency you hold, and you exchange it for US dollars, it's connected to the Federal Reserve Bank of New York. Private sector companies like Visa, MasterCard, and JP Morgan Chase, Swift as well, are also a part of this. What international bank has been in Iraq since 2012 and helped them, has and continuously helps them to go international? JP Morgan Chase. What agreements were signed with Iraq to connect globally? Visa, MasterCard, MoneyGram, Western Union. So this Project Agora for multi-currency accounts, the goal is to improve the financial market infrastructure by exploring how to combine tokenized commercial money. Tokenized, folks, this is where we're talking about gold. And they want to share their platform between the private sector, private companies, and central banks. This project will enable the private sector to participate in a multi-currency account in your banks, wherever you bank, whatever bank that it is. If it's a bank in Tennessee, if it's a bank Oklahoma, Texas, Florida, New York, Ohio, doesn't matter. wherever you are located, this project is to allow every bank in the United States to connect with these multi-currency accounts. Multi-currency accounts already exist online. Now our local brick and mortar banks are getting in the game for multi-currency accounts. Some may already exist, but what are they preparing for to allow multi-currencies in our banking systems other than just being online? Goldilocks shares, it is not essential for foreign currency exchanges to take place from this project, but it does enable you to hold multi currencies, multiple currencies, foreign currencies in your account inside the quantum financial system. Very important for you to understand and do your research. We may share a link in the description to help you to begin that research, but it would behoove you to understand the importance and the benefits. If you want long-term wealth to benefit from these currencies that will eventually float up in value, just imagine the benefits of having an account that will allow those currencies to go up in value and for you to reap the benefits of those profits instantly in your account. Folks, this is very valuable information that we hope you take a moment to learn and understand, because you can benefit long term from this. If you choose to just exchange your currency and disappear and not profit anymore from the multiple currencies you have, you're more than welcome to do that. But if you are someone listening to this podcast and you would like to continuously benefit from your exchange, not just one time, but multiple times, multi-currency accounts may be something you want to take a look at. Use your choice. We share this with nothing but unconditional love and hope you receive it just that way. Be well. Hello, beautiful people. This is Freedom Fighter. Thank you for tuning into our channel, Goldilocks Global Banking News. Everybody knows that Goldilocks is the #1 source for the RVGCR. People from around the world tune in to see what Goldilocks is sharing on the RVGCR. Don't miss your chance to get your latest updates every day. So like, share, and subscribe to this channel to get your daily podcast from the Goldilocks articles on the RVGCR. Brought to you by Freedom Fighter.